Bunch of stuff, huh? Yeah, I'm hoping for some streaming luck there. Please? Please. Okay. Nope. Yay, gambling.
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
This view hasn't changed at all, has it?
Whoops.
The hometown in your memories never changes. But when you return to your senses, you realize that fate has already stolen the time away. Welcome to the Trail of Genesis, friend. Seems like the weight of memories from 30 million cycles really made me grow up. But if I keep growing, I might be taller than you, right? And I'm really looking forward to that. Before you arrived, I kept wondering, beyond the veil of Id Silicii, what kind of Amphorius is being born? I can see fragments of it when I close my eyes. The friends who walked alongside us have all moved on toward their respective destinies. Some turning into pillars of the world, supporting the sky and the ocean. Others sowing death and strife are no longer feared by people. All beings living ordinary and peaceful lives. There's no black tide, no flame chase, and no destruction. The world on the other side of the sea is one bathed in sunlight.
Everyone's fucking dead, you know.
Like a happy and carefree childhood, the era Chrysia in this cycle will last for millennia, until it reaches the moment decided by the prophecy. Light calendar 4931, month of freedom, the moment belonging to world-bearing. Are you ready to answer the call of the world, friend? Then go, and pen the Throne of Worlds' first stroke.
You say that, but it's gonna be ages till we reach light calendar 49.
Hey, people I care about!
I can make use of the crevices of time, but surely you and Don Hung won't have to wait around for a few thousand years, right?
That won't be necessary. We
I
can
like their
simply
titles.
sleep, and the chronocognitive anchor will wake us up.
That's right. We've both become a part of the new world. Just waiting for you now.
Our consciousnesses can converse with each other across the heavens and the earth, possibly due to the influence of the Trailblaze. I am now connected with this earth, and I can feel the breath of every mountain range. I see that the tallest among them is named Akama, and the form of the holy city is already taking shape.
In other words, your stage is almost set. Do you want to take a leaf out of Kefali's book and make some prophecies before your nap?
But we're not the only ones who have changed. The chronocognitive anchor just transmitted a message stating that Iron Tomb has reacted to the Aranova.
The moment when our friend bore the weight of 30 million cycles of memories.
Was probably also when the scepter devoured 30 million cycles of destruction.
You know, you don't have to shoulder this world all on your own. After someone boards the Express, the word alone ceases to exist. So as we reach the end of time, no one will be left to face it alone. Don Hung and I came here to specifically tell you that.
Remember, this world is not a burden you bear alone. It's a journey we trailblaze together, alongside all of the Express.
There'll be plenty of time for you to show off in the future.
She meant to say that a hero only turns up at the most pivotal moment.
All right. It's time for Don Hung and me to go have a super long nap.
The road ahead is long, but we'll be waiting for you at the end.
We'll definitely meet again.
Let's take one more look at the other side of the sea before we set off. Heidi's Elysiae is so quiet.
Yeah, I've updated my team of us. There we go. Us.
Just like how I remember.
Here we are once more.
Feels empty without a fourth.
Nice.
Who do we bring as our fourth? Why is he not favored? Yes, favored. Dead Worm. Even though I don't think either of them have relics. Yep. Kafka. Anaxa, his spirit.
Looks like it's not a bad time for a performance.
Anaxa is eternal inside of everything. And shit. I like how all the names are like one line and then Dan Heng is 3. Show off.
The scent of the black tide is now completely calm. At last. The starting point of
Its first end. And the final end, right? I can't hear his voice. There are no flowers there that bloom for him. Nor is there a star that is his. Finan is the only one who didn't reach the new world.
I had to figure he wasn't having a good ending.
Look, the golden light that shone upon the grove still meanders between heaven and earth, like the prophecies of Amphorius. It has to be a sign he left behind. It points towards the destruction and the deepest night. Do you still remember what I asked you at this exact spot the last time we set off? Friend, you were still burdened by the weight of world-bearing back then. The heroes of legends were just at the right place at the right time when the world needed a hero. Just like how your arrival kickstarted Amphorius' fate once more. A person's personality is their destiny.
No, the tier list hasn't updated.
Thank you, friend. I was also trying to cheer myself up with what I said. After all, before we truly compose the end of this story, I must also pluck up the courage to head off with you. And face a memory that I have forgotten for too long. And have denied for too long.
It's so dark. What is this place?
The great tomb of the nameless titan. The deepest recesses of memory. Also, the place where Cyrene was born. My apologies, friend. There's a sort of anxiety I can't get rid of. It's like when I was back in ID Ciliciae, when the reflections in the water always made me wonder, which is the real me? The one reflected in the water, or the one standing on the shore? But I finally get it now. Look, friend. The words on that wall are the answer.
1, 2, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
That rhymeless tune is...
As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene.
I've always thought that I was the narrator of the Flame Chase journey. But as it turns out, the narrator is also the most devoted audience. At the moment of Era Nova, I I was enveloped by the texture of memories. Within the glistening crystal, I saw countless Sirenes, as well as countless versions of me. This is the final puzzle piece of the memories. The prison born of the erudition. A grave annihilated in the destruction. That unknown solitary god. The 13th Titan who should not exist. The first new spore. The demiurge is right here.
You fucking what?
The interrogation records have been submitted to the Marshal. According to the Ten Lords' decree, Jing Liu and Luocha shall continue to be detained in the Shuling. But you, Merlin's Claw, have been reluctant to end the transmission. Do you wish to reminisce with us? Or is there something else on your mind that you're just desperate to get out?
You're quite calm, Jing Yuan. The Alliance only authorized the Law Fu to be deployed for...
She has a voice still!
They say the Seer Strategist's wisdom shines like a beacon. So why can't you see things clearly now? Look who's talking. I didn't vote against it, did I? But, with enemies all around us, even a child knows the Marshal needs to keep a few Xianzhou ships in reserve. Just in case.
After all the drama her voice actress was in, I'm surprised Fei Xiao has a voice.
Whoever volunteers first is the Marshal's pick. If you have to ask, I'd say this outcome plays right into Jing Yuan's hands. Like it or not, there's no way we're letting the Law Fu take the lead in this battle.
Oh my, Merlin's Claw. Are you afraid the Law Fu might steal the Yao Qing's glory?
This is no laughing matter. Between the Stellaron crisis and the War Dance ceremony, though the chaos has settled, rumors and speculation are only growing by the day. With Elder Huaiyan around, those with ulterior motives won't be able to stir up any trouble. But once the Law Fu gets their hands on the Golden Blood, it'll be a whole different story. With the kind of person Jing Liu is, and her connection to you, I don't need to spell it out. There are countless ways this could be spun into something bigger.
You're overthinking it, General Fei Xiao. When I volunteered for this task, I never expected unanimous support from the Alliance anyway. The Law Fu will seize the Golden Blood and redeem itself. That'll be our first win. Then we'll leverage this Golden Blood in the negotiations. Our second win. These two wins for the Law Fu will make all three of us happy. And that'll be our third win. Look, if this were a Skyfaring Commission deal, we'd be rolling in money, wouldn't we?
Maybe the Divine Foresight should change his name to the Optimistic General instead.
With the Decalite Reflection Barrier, the Yuchue must understand even more than the Law Fu how significant this battle is. Amphorius' karma has vanished from the matrix of prescience. What omen does General Yao Guang see in this anomaly?
In divination studies, we call this an empty fortune. It involves the eons and is thus beyond what mere mortals can comprehend.
Your explanation isn't any clearer than Lady Fu's.
Come on. How hard is it to understand the word uncertainty? For the Cobalt Head, the emergence of Iron Tomb is a calculated instant. But I don't believe they will just sit around waiting for death. And for the powers of the cosmos, this is their chance at survival. And the key to turning the tide of interstellar affairs. The Astral Express is leading the formation of an allied force. But I can see each faction has its own hidden agenda. There are even divisions within the Alliance. So it's not that hard to imagine how the other factions will react. Jing Yuan, I crossed paths with Selenova's Legion at the Battle of Sadunirama Star Cluster. Be extremely careful. The Ruined Legion's troops and weaponry are nothing to write home about. The IPC, even the denizens of Abundance, could take them on. However, while Void Rangers are just expendable pawns of the destruction, the real wild cards are...
The Lord Ravagers.
Indeed. Nanook's emanators are also their weapons to burn down the paths. I'm afraid conventional military tactics and strategies will be useless against them. My assessment is this. To completely take down a Ravager, we must disregard casualties and spare no cost. One wrong move, and the Law Fu will fall into Fentil
Doubt is exactly the demon she wants to plant in our hearts. Do you still remember the beginning of the Alliance Oath? To save future generations from war and bloody dispute. The Rainbow's arrows have always aimed at any force that threatens the cosmos. Now that the Trailblaze walks alongside us, the Cloud Knights shall keep their oath as they have from the beginning. I just hope those on the front line will remain safe.
The chronocognitive anchor is sending a signal. Everyone, time to move out.
Did she and the others make it?
Let me go over the plan one more time, just in case. You'll enter Amphorius, reunite with your 3 separated companions, and try to locate Iron Tomb from within the world. Who are you taking with you?
The fate of the universe hangs in the balance. We can't afford any slip-ups. I suggest everyone except Pom-Pom join the fight.
We do need to be prepared for all possible contingencies. I have no objection to this.
I'll do whatever I can.
Meanwhile, Screwy and I will continue attacking the Demiurge Matrix. That is, the Scepter's kernel, from the outside. With our 2-pronged attack, we'll turn this hunk of metal into scrap for sure. Now we just wait for those 2 to get back. Oh, and just like that, they're here.
Sorry to keep you waiting. With Planet Screwlum's help, the formation of the Cosmic Alliance to counter Iron Tomb is progressing smoothly.
I got a ping from where? Oh. It's from the Star Rail server, of course.
The cosmos has set its sights on Amphorius, and now it's just waiting for the first.
Well then,
Oh.
let's not...
I thought it was time. It was paused. Waiting for the first shot.
Let's not waste any more time, Fourth Mirror.
It's my time to shine! Finally off the bench. Initiating thought refraction. Please read the safety protocols carefully.
Huh?
Just kidding! I've already checked the agreement box for everyone. And 3, 2, 1, launch!
The flow of Memoria is so heavy here, unlike Panagoni's dreamscape. This place has built up a true epic measured in millennia.
The vortex of Genesis, where all myths begin and end. And in this new world created by the Nameless, the infinite cycles have been broken.
Let's set up the Trailblaze beacon and establish contact with the outside world.
I'll leave it to you then. And...
Agreed.
The Astral Express has landed. If you...
This is the Cianjo Alliance. Communications normal.
Interastral Peace Corporation. Communications normal.
Hey, it's Twinkie.
No response from the Galaxy Rangers. Not surprising. But I didn't expect the family to also stay silent at such a critical moment.
That's a pretty blatant disregard from the family for Penacony's independent director, I'd say. Long time no see, Miss Himiko.
It's been quite a while, Madam Jade.
The significance of this battle rivals that of the campaign.
Oh wait, Jade has a voice too. She did it in the crossover.
Only through victory can we disperse the shadow of Iron Tomb that looms over countless worlds. The 10 Stonehearts shall spare no effort for such a grand mission for the preservation.
Madam Jade led the Intelligentsia Guild in conducting specialized research on Iron Tomb's past activity. The bad news is, the collapse of the Erudition won't just affect inorganic beings.
You mean Iron Tomb can infect organic life too?
Oh.
Well, the good news is, so far, its effects on organic life are under control. The infection progresses slowly, and the resulting neuropathy is non-fatal. In any case, the IPC can guarantee targeted vaccine coverage within 48 system hours in all star zones within the medical system.
Holy shit.
What about other star zones? At a time like this, are the followers of the Firmament Arbiters still trying to make a profit?
I remember you, Master Diviner. Your performance during the Third Denizens of Abundance War was quite impressive. Please rest assured, all worlds can purchase vaccines from the IPC with a humanitarian discount. But, if the Cianjo Alliance is willing to assist with the IPC's assets in Epsilon and other star systems,
especially the marketing development department. At this rate, even the 10 Stonehearts can only do so much. Having some assistance from the Alliance would surely benefit the entire cosmos. Wouldn't you agree?
As an old Xianzhou saying goes, those who succeed should help all under heaven. Your proposal must be decided on by the 7 Arbiter Generals. I'm just here to relay the message. In times of crisis, the Luofu will not hesitate to help those in need. However, of course.
Thank you all for your self.
It's clear that each party's...
The clash between destruction and erudition isn't just about the fate of the cosmos. It's a moment for all factions to reshuffle their cards.
You can never be too careful when battling a Lord Ravager. All are equal in matters of life and death.
In any case, we can only hope for the best in all that's to come. It's about time we dive into the vortex and see what Emphorius looks like on the inside. I wonder where she and the others are right now.
I feel like a fucking goblin, like frothing at the mouth over the thought of just gambling. Gamble. Wait, what? If you can make that... Oh, it's money. Money's the problem. Okay. Well, you won't give me the details, so I don't know if the Himiko's any good. Bastards.
Hello? How's the signal? Can you hear us?
Please say Zilla speaks. Please say Zilla speaks.
Ah, we're through. I can see the video feed. Everything's...
Miss Bronya? Miss Serval?
We've already heard from Miss Topaz about the Iron Tomb operation. I can't believe the Express crew is...
Don't worry, we're still...
Urillo 6 is located on the outskirts of the preservation barricade. While it won't bear the brunt of the first wave, Matt Kitchapard and Pela are busy organizing the Silvermane Guards, having them consolidate their lines and dig trenches. Zila and Lynx just got back from the... That would be unnecessary. It'll only shake...
Yo!
Just tell them to stay safe.
Molly gets to use her fucking career for the first time in God knows how long.
Miss Bronya, I'm afraid this disaster will be far more terrible than you can imagine.
Of course. We have resealed most of the engine of creation beneath the...
Don't worry, Miss Himiko. We really wish we could help. But the Astral Express, standing at the forefront of disaster...
In the face of a massive catastrophe like... But... That's...
If anything goes wrong...
No problem. Also, didn't the Xianzhou sign a friendship agreement with Urillo 6 earlier?
I appreciate your kindness, everyone. But Urillo 6 is...
Miss Bronya,
Salute.
may all civilizations that have made...
Good news, Miss Himiko. The 7 Arbiter Generals have reconsidered the current situation, and I'm here to relay their message.
Words cannot express our...
The Luofu already considers the Express an important ally. We also have but this time, the Marshal herself decided to send out troops. If we can stand together...
The Alliance truly...
You're too kind. As for that Jade...
How the fuck is there gonna be a more dire need than... Yep, same VA. They didn't recast. I hope Boot Hill and especially, of course, Acheron get some time to shine. 100% effect res. Dude is not getting poisoned anytime soon. Rini!
To inform you, Miss Himiko, that even the Strategic Investment Department is constrained when it comes to the Iron Tomb issue. And it would be difficult to meet the expectations of the Astral Express. However, Madam Jade instructed us to look after our nameless friends as much. Other departments at the IBC might also take this opportunity to extend an olive branch to you when that time comes. I hope the Astral Express will remember that the 10 Stonehearts were willing to stand with the Trail. Sounds like a threat, doesn't it?
Has the internal conflict within...
Everyone knows about the bad blood between Diamond and Oswaldo. But at least until now, they've had an uneasy truce. Until the Lord Ravager Archforger caught the board's attention. I'll leave it at that, as it's confidential information. Hope you can understand.
Camden sounds like he's having so much fun with these lines.
Our priority is to address the Iron Tomb crisis. Let's hope for success from the start. This might help ease everyone's pressing concerns.
I want to get into voice acting because it just seems like it's so fun.
Of course, we would never know the Rangers' comings and goings.
Hmm.
Miss Himiko, is that you?
Yes?
Yes. I apologize, but on behalf of the Penaconian family branch, I extend my sincerest...
I've heard about the internal conflicts within the family. Miss Robin, there's no need to apologize.
Thank you for understanding. The good news is, since you're one of the shareholders of my charitable foundation will also do as much as possible to provide support in this battle. They'll ensure that proper arrangements are provided for those wounded on the front.
Miss Robin, I'm beyond moved by your spirit of self...
Alright, time to actually do this. Just kidding. Okay, now it's actually time.
Why is there no one here?
Everything in Akama seems normal. The new world was enjoying peaceful times not long ago.
It seems it was even more recent than not long ago, Miss Himiko.
The fruit on the table is freshly cut, and the bath temperature is just right. The remembrance tells me this place was bustling with people.
She
Just
looks so pretty in this
moments
lighting.
ago. It's as if everyone vanished in an instant.
Could this be Xandar's doing?
Unlikely. He's still under the surveillance of those two geniuses. Could it be some kind of local custom?
A custom that makes an entire city fall silent in an instant. Pardon my frankness, Mr. Yang, but this reminds me of some unsettling rumors about the Harmony. Complete silence.
Is often the prelude to divine intervention.
Everyone, be careful.
Here they come. Here they come. The nameless of the Astral Express.
Evernight? How is this possible? She was already...
We are the chroniclers of time, and we do not fade away. Finally, the last era Nova has been completed.
What did you do to the residents of the Holy City and the Three Nameless?
I didn't need to do anything. The remembrance will ultimately become the substance of the new world. Now, they are no longer the trailblazers you once knew. The 12 Titans who got...
Stop fooling around, March.
What? I practiced so long for this. Getting seen through right away is just so embarrassing.
You've obviously been learning from the theatrical culture in Emphorius.
But if possible, I'd prefer our reunion
Of course.
a bit more casual and laid back.
As expected, I can't hide anything from Himeko and Mr. Yang. Well, long time no—
We should be the ones to say that. Sorry for keeping you waiting. So, these jellyfish are the Titan's power?
They're just tiny manifestations of the Veil of Evernight, used for scouting and communication. If I went all out, I I could summon way more of them. Thanks to her, we all turned into titans in the new world. Sure, we can...
How intriguing.
It can't be a raccoon with a baseball bat, I suppose.
Please don't add weird stuff to Amphorius's lore. Just go see it with your own eyes. Follow the prophecy's guidance and come to Dawncloud. She looks way more majestic now than she used to.
Ah, so that's where everyone went.
Unbelievable.
This isn't just a gathering. It's a pilgrimage.
That colossal deity is her.
Surprisingly authentic. Being this serious is quite...
Those people didn't disappear. Instead, our good buddy now bears the weight of the entire world.
Awakening? Has she fallen into slumber?
Yeah. After all, with such a huge time dilation between inside and outside the scepter, this was the only way we could wait for everyone. Time watches over yesterday. Earth guards today. And when the Trailblaze steps into Amphorius once more, the slumbering deliverer shall awaken, and then bring the Come on, everyone! Let's get closer to her. Watch how the world-bearing...
It seems the kids are already miles ahead of us at this stop.
All the more reason we can't afford to slow down our pace. Let's go witness this moment for ourselves.
They're so married couple core.
Speaking of which, I once caught a glimpse in Sleepyhead's memory of her transformed into a towering Cathalo. Could it be?
No way. That was just a nice dreamscape. Ugh, at least nice for her.
They are the throne of worlds who bears the weight of this world. Perhaps they could guide a traveler still wandering among the stars.
Hey, since when did you get all pious? Her advice sounds pretty silly sometimes, you know.
The so-called fool and the world are merely a step apart.
Teaching us to find error.
Kindness?
Citizens, behold! Our last titan! The world-bearing deliverer! Oh, ancient god! Your loyal subjects, bewildered followers, and fearless comrades in arms have awakened from your...
Please guide us! Show us how to embrace this...
To walk the path of a mortal as a god, or to bear a divine burden as a mortal.
She will give us the answer. But... rather... I am the...
That voice is definitely her.
I heard... your prayer. The core flames flickered and so flow. I'll bestow it upon you. Stand with me.
Is this...
Yes. It's the mirror. Of course, it would manifest.
Golden blood raining down.
But to become heroes of rebellion...
The prophecy of the deliverer means nothing. Someone like...
In the name of Kozlana, let us depart.
It's neither protection nor salvation. There's no need for totems or myths.
Let's go, everyone. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. Together, let us blaze a trail for the destiny of this world.
Is it just me, or does this Demiurge Matrix feel completely dead? It's nothing.
The environmental readings are all wrong. Conclusion. This must be what the kernel actually looks like in the real world.
What did Xandar do to the scepter?
At the end of light, there must be silence.
Not the time to quote the Lord of Silence. Bad omen. Either way until we uncover the truth behind the 13th Titan.
The buried past is the key to stopping
Xandar says the Demiurge never existed. Who actually buys that? It vanished too cleanly. No traces. Like someone's got. Too bad I'm the type who can't resist digging deeper. Looks like I'll be counting on you again,
Always happy to help. Herta. Let's say the Demiurge.
The backup plan? Of course. We turn the lock into the key.
That plan's cost is in.
Huh? Then there's no point worrying about the end just yet. You brought what I asked for, right?
A butterfly has to land on the branch before it can dance.
There we go.
What happened in the past is destined to return. I won't stand still to delay this encounter.
We'll need a wide open platform before her entrance.
And oh, that's the wrong way. Embarrassing.
Just use that thing over there, Zag. What a dumb name. I hereby rename it Herta's Big Hand. Herta's Big Hand is what they call power. Still not done? What is this? All set. Time for your precious treasure to make its debut.
Of course. Just give me a second. Target initialized. With these wings, hacking should be much more efficient.
Oh, a classic nuclear heat engine.
Just a personal preference. Her name's Mistletoe.
Every flower in your garden's got a bit of poison, huh?
Also a personal preference.
It reminds me of the last time when we tangled with that Punklorian brat. What did she call this kind of infiltration tool again? Right. Dirty data shell. It wraps around the kernel to fool even top-tier firewalls. But yours is way too clean. Not even a...
Herta, your tone is unusual. Suggestion. Let's get back...
I thought we were done with that conversation.
Unfortunately, current conditions won't let me ignore any variables. Iron Tomb never stops. It is of every instant in the Eon's calculation is like a sword hanging over the cosmos.
Which is exactly why we can't mess this up. And now, Droidhead wants to hand down judgment to the poor cosmos again. Border Star Trade War, Emperor's War, Rupert's death. Every time their instant arrived.
But in this ultimate battle of erudition, if you choose to burn yourself out as a resource, then Herta, the cosmos won't just stand by and let a genius throw their life away. And neither will I.
No need to kill the mood. This is why we're here, isn't it? I'm not here to be a deliverer. I just want to beat Xandar and Droidhead. Right now, I just need to...
Of course. Time to board. After you.
Let's tidy this place up and see what this Demiurge really is. Let's hope this Matrix is better organized than the Emperor's junkyard of a birthplace. Buckle up. We're hacking in. This is...
Herta, this whole space has been completely tainted by some kind of energy.
I see it too. We're thinking the same thing. Xandar, how could you go this far? Turning your own graveyard into this. What's that up ahead?
Katorzane algebraic expressions. It's built for isolation, not defense.
So basically, the door to the tomb, right? Great. Let's find the handle.
I'm picking up multiple independent signals with the same data structure as the barrier. Projection. We can hack the terminal, reverse the computation, and turn it into an attack.
Classic move. Use their own systems against them. Take us to the nearest one. Almost no response.
The output is barely a third of what we need. Logic says we'll need multiple terminals to coordinate the strike.
Find anything else?
Regarding the origin of these ruins, but I did find some high-energy radiation. Internal imaginary energy contamination.
Skip the science talk, Screwy. The Stellaron.
Exactly. Xander blew one up just to clean the entire Scepter system.
So that's what he meant by killed that Titan with my own hands. He wanted to turn the neuron of the erudition into a relay for the destruction. That meant getting rid of all of it at all costs. The life form known as the Demiurge was the original target of the Scepter's extrapolation.
It makes sense. Evernight calling it the first new spore confirms this viewpoint. The prime mover of life. That's what Scepter Delta ME-13 was originally tasked with. Even after it got scrapped, the query kept running. Yet the true value lies in the process of solving it, not the answer itself. Then, does this mean finding the Demiurge is hopeless?
No, I'd say exactly the opposite. It means Xandar had no control. He couldn't contain the Demiurge just like he couldn't handle Droidhead. So he tried to erase every trace, but he failed. It's still... By the way, if there's another Stellaron in Amphorius, why hasn't that little one reacted to it at all?
You said the Demiurge left a trace, right?
Yeah, but not in the real world. Remember the great tomb of the Nameless Titan? Trailblaze Archive 466. The data from Philia 093 clearly indicates that the Demiurge did in fact enter Amphorius's extrapolation.
Inside that world, it was the 13th, forgotten Titan. The one who listened to 30 million cycles of Cyrene's memory. But Evernight said the opposite. She believed the Nameless Titan never existed. The so-called...
A mimetic entity full of theatrics. How much of what she's saying is true?
The Remembrance's behavior is certainly odd, but her assessment aligns.
And that's the key, Screwy. Xandar's actions prove the Demiurge exists. But what Evernight said, and what we've actually seen all point to the opposite. So we have to assume that both are true.
The truth.
Exactly. One last terminal. Xandar had to lie to the original Finan and Cyrene.
Logic. He had already identified the Remembrance as a threat, yet found no viable way to eliminate it.
All right. Let's finish this. Time to break through that barrier.
Yeah, all this hacking shit is easy. I don't see why the government doesn't just do this.
Operation authorized. Path energy readings. The remembrance.
What's going on?
Cause unknown.
That shouldn't be possible. Could... Log it for now. The dot's still... aerial brawl.
It's advised to remain vigilant. The destruction's levels are still rising. Huh?
What's the matter?
Interesting. I just picked up a signal from the Exo myth.
Wrong key.
This repulsive force is unlike anything I've felt before. Is this the place?
Correct. Judging by its defensive properties, this is...
I didn't expect that. Who builds a lab in the middle of digital rubble? Then again, never doubt a dead man's resolve. So how's our dearly departed doing?
He severed part of his neural pathways to break free from Lord Anaxagoras' control. But that also triggered the failsafe I set. Conclusion. Xander has lost all combat functionality and is no longer capable of action.
So now he's a specter, literally. Screwy, can you open a path? Just to be...
Logic. Scanning his
Exactly. His brain...
But it could be a...
That's why you're here. 2-on-1.
I'm honored. The chrono...
I knew it. He's not here.
The coordinates are accurate. However, his position is shifting rapidly and
It's his. Don't... Cheap trick.
The spatial field here...
We're back.
Reverse engineering complete. Logs show Lycurgus revoked the chronocognitive anchor can't get a fix, because at the system level, Lygus no longer exists.
So he's...
Before vanishing, it's...
To those who follow, all is...
melodramatic.
He was expecting us. And once he learned of the Great Tomb's existence...
Guess he wants a final showdown. Fine.
To be in the purest light is to be in the purest dark. Nothing exists there.
The Scepter's mainframe.
Unfortunately, we still haven't found anything.
Really? I don't think so. Not finding anything is our biggest find.
Please elaborate.
If the Demiurge was destroyed, there'd be at least some bits of it left. I don't buy that a Stellaron could have blasted all the traces away as cleanly as a scalpel. As I said before, its disappearance is too clean. If the garden hadn't stirred the pot, no one would even know about the Demiurge's existence. We're talking about the Scepter's original extrapolation goal. Or we can look at it from another perspective. If you were Xandar, would you be this
There is the possibility that he's naturally meticulous and hates variables.
That does track with the impression he gave about himself. But Xandar shut that theory down himself just now. Choosing to act, even if it'll cost him dearly. The unknown is right in front of us.
You sound pretty convinced. Care to share?
Of course. Though I don't... That the Demiurge has been in everyone's plain sight. They were mistaken for someone else. That'd make the most sense. Why was the room empty? But they were weak. and small, and...
Which also means there's a high chance that their powers are minuscule.
Well, at least, come on. It's time to confront him.
Yes, I know.
What a mess. Total devastation.
He sought to bury the truth beneath absolute destruction. Logically sound, but ruthlessly extreme.
Still, slim chances. No chances. I've hunted down a single grain of sand in the universe before. This won't stop me.
Damn, bitch, how much time you got?
Your backup plan has a success rate infinitesimally close to 0.
Which means it could work, no?
This is the place below the tombstone.
Let's open Ligus's coffin like he wanted. Looks like you were right. Nothing but a head left? Well, who'd have thought you'd look this bad in real life?
Welcome, you two. I'm very happy that you responded to my final words.
All this tombstone and final words. Did you end yourself to atone for your guilt or something?
Iron Tomb is already powerful enough. I just need to wait. I remain here only to share the joy of discovery, and also to congratulate you two on reaching the same conclusion as me. The conclusion regarding the truth of Amphorius's heart.
End this charade already. That Amphorius's heart you're talking about is just a missing demiurge, and its corresponding vessel was this very scepter. You interfered with the experiment and made Amphorius's body into a hollow shell, all to incubate Iron Tomb within. That's why you either killed or kicked out all of the Memo Snatchers. You wanted to eliminate any chance of a consciousness coming into being, no matter the cost.
Even the strongest wall can fall to a single crack. The memory of betrayal has been etched into my heart, and I will never show mercy. Now, the perfect vessel has already fused with Amphorius's body.
Unfortunately for you, the answer is all but revealed regarding who the Demiurge is.
Then let us share the joy of discovering the truth. The last secret of the saga will finally dissipate here. As we reveal the truth behind Filius 093's disappearance. A lie by the remembrance.
Where should I start with the story about me from the beginning of the universe? Just kidding. So little that it started. I know you're listening, my good friend. The god in my dream told me that the world sprouted and grew into a great tree named Amphorius. What a coincidence. Dappled light coming through the leaves is my first memory as well. On a very the daughter of Idisalis. What a moving opening. A loud cry was the first gift the child gave to the world. The prophecies fulfilled, the villagers say. This child is a gift from the Titans. Pink hair and sharp ears. She was the Titans also gave their blessings. You shall fade when the flowers will bloom and wilt. Cry loud, child. Anyway, time quietly flowed by. The wind from my hometown caressed the ears of wheat. But the name Id Siliciae came from the unpleasant. My childhood friend did not understand. Yet you always seemed so happy, as if nothing ever worried you. Why was I like that then? The world was gentle to me. But
what?
Fate was fickle, and it urged the child, just like how the crumbling world could not preserve, just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, lost it. Oh, whose ears are pricked up now? You know that the story starts to deviate from here. The hero's journey crosses through the long night, through tears and laughter.
Correction. Philia 0?
Hi, I'm just messing with you. And it's since we don't have all day, as always, I'll read this that way. It won't just be Cyrene. Where should I start this time? Let me see.
Oh.
Formatting 0, 9, 3. Size, grayscale, outputting analysis.
Philia Peach's record. Comment. Even this classical world. Would Id Siliciae end up conclusion? I want to share a story with you this time. I saw a little. It was incredible. Record. I wonder, would they also have recorded? So, could you give me more time, please? I want to leave behind more memories for the future.
Formatting complete.
Bye, Peach. Peach's record. As long as I record, every Emphorius won't.
Query.
Electrical signal sequence.
Related to. Stripe comment. Pretty.
Electrical signal sequence. Schema 720. Track. Reason.
Related to. Reason comment. Yummy.
Electrical signal sequence. Philia.
Related to. Comment.
Formatting progress.
How many times has it been?
Conclusion. Peach.
Process error. Process error.
Comment.
Process error.
Really? record. I'm suddenly reminded of my childhood for some reason. A little fairy popped out. Just like how you did. Let me tell you the story of 1, 2, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
Formatting complete.
I, Peach, note. Little Peach, crying alone. Little fairies, friends.
What the fuck?
Peach, memory. Little fairies, good friends. Bye-bye. Once again, the saga comes to an end. Everything is deathly silent. Shh. This time. Now that I look back, there was a period. Peach, why?
Formatting progress.
I'm here.
Process error.
Won't allow it. No need to feel if there are no new blank spaces. Blank space. I'm actually really lucky, you know. During the now, I can rest in. I'll have to ask the next Cyrene to continue our watch. Peach left. If there are no new blank spaces. Next. Oh, Peach, don't be scared. I'll help you. Find blank space. Cyrene. So, first there is query.
The developmental trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness. Those not having a consciousness means not having the foundations of a heart.
Consciousness. Query. What could be behind this door? If I tell you all this, will I be able to finally welcome? Key. Door. Story. Happy. Peach. Cyrene. Little fairy. Like. Yes. Right. Query. Memory. Wow. The prophecies from
Pink hair and those ears.
Cyrene has.
You shall fade when the flowers bloom.
Cry, child.
Cyrene is. Easy. Anyway, I don't like tears.
But the name Id Silizii came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. Yet, you always seem so happy. As if nothing ever worried you.
Cyrene doesn't look.
Of course. Because so.
Cyrene is. Easy. I can. I learn.
Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says. But even if all is lost to the wind,
Some things won't easily change. Like my height, Treebe's innocence, and Aglaya's beauty. Cyrene. She can't grow up, but she today. It's almost as if I can understand. Once upon a time, how beautiful would the heart of such a brilliant flower be? But it looked and looked only to find the crystal flower In that case, they should. Until one day, to their. The little fairy was so sad, but it was a good light, and I knew love brings everything together. What a nice fairy. I'm giving it to you. I hope to turn it. Okay, I'm thinking that when the flower, then it would understand that the flawless crystal flower doesn't actually have a heart. Doesn't have a heart? It's simple. If the flower lets the little fairy into its heart, then it would have to include the fairy's impurities. The crystal flower was pure because it sealed itself off. But should a flower like this be? But then, that's not true. The crystal flower, it happened because the flower was no longer pure. Then, the little fairy will see that then, in their eyes, the crystal flower that was no longer flawless would finally have a heart. Peach's words. I don't understand. Is it? But why didn't I think of this? I don't. That's.
Lament.
The developmental trends of the not having, however, in a string be lament.
The daughter of Id Silicii. My lament. But now, my good friend, sometimes it's love, sometimes it's unwillingness and regret. It's knowing that the past is full of pain, and sometimes it's a bottomless well of hurt. A destruction that can stain. I bid farewell to this farewell, the end of hatred. It's so unreasonable. Only lament. Then, it would catch up to that journey where all is lost. Carefully picking out stories and writing them. Look at these stories I wrote. But only the author knows how much. But I am no author. I'm a girl who'll never get to grow up. I only tell stories that people like to hear. In them, my entire life spent inside this little story. I can't wipe away my tears, and I can't bring the world victory. But maybe, I hope that what flows out from that cut will not be blood, but a tear. When that tear would fall, then people would see every beat. It'll be all the remembrance. Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Emphorius was a great catastrophe. But how could a dream feel so real? But Peach, I didn't understand a word you said since just everything was false. But you're standing right here. It's all a dream? But I haven't learned how to dream. Indeed. That's that genuine shiver.
Formatting progress.
In the poem offered to you, every Cyrene, and when I looked up at the sky in this cycle, I saw a shooting star and a dash of the remembrances pink. I believed that you shall fade when the flowers bloom. For every ending looks like it's time to say goodbye. Are you leaving, Peach? It's okay. I'll wait. I turned into a little fairy from the stories and met you, but I'm still... Do you remember that Mem's memories and Cyrene's memories got all tangled up with each other in my one heart? Either way, I want you to call me. That name represents me and... Thank you, friend. Life is a poem full of fair becoming the source of power. A lost heart. The last thing Xandar wants to see is an event that gives us a chance of winning. And what happens after? Maybe I can create a miracle. Or maybe I prove to be nothing more than a weak ripple. Either way, I no longer wish to... That way, the world has never been so quiet. Remember this moment, friend.
So the Demiurge managed to fool Philia 093 persevered for 30 million cycles and tirelessly gave the Demiurge only because the god in her dreams left a sliver of hope, making her believe that a grown Demiurge would be able to...
Then, Philia 093 completed her final sacrifice, turned into a strand of memory, and completely dissipated.
As an experimental factor, Philia 093 originally could only recognize and output information in a set format. However, she managed to nourish a real heart.
Not only is the scepter's conscious... Come on, let's take off. It's time to go meet your little pet, Senior Society member.
Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I'm fucking tired. That was a good bit of progress.